Hi everyone, in this video today we're going to be talking about working with the waning quarter moon. Ash?
Here's our diagram. My face is the Earth, the sun is this way, and here is the moon. So the idea is to see another 90-degree angle from the moon to the Earth to the sun. So we have this literal, we see it. It's another friction point. So that's why it's the quarter, or sometimes called the half moon. And of course it's friction because I was covering up my mouth. So when we have this happening, it's definitely a going against the grain, because we have collected all this information and now we've distributed, we share, we go, how can I reorient, make this different, improve? It is an improving.
Make sure we're in alignment.
Yeah.
I think is a nice way to think of it too.
Absolutely.
How is this quarter moon friction different than the waxing quarter moon friction? I know in the waxing quarter moon we talk about how you're moving out into the world and you might encounter friction. Is this friction different?
By you talking made me realize it's definitely this point of like my own friction within my own self. Where could I have done better?
Right. Yeah, so I think this is like the moon phase where we like examine our own authenticity, right? And so if we're even thinking about back at the work that we did in the full moon and like, okay, we created something, we've moved it out into the world, and now we want to kind of reflect on that and how is that work in alignment for me? Was it authentic? And that's, we're getting into that some of like, we may need to reorient ourselves a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
In my work, we call it meta evaluation, where we actually kind of critically reflect on something we've done. We think about ourselves in alignment to it, but then also like looking at the quality of it as well. So
that's perfect, because it is supposed to be critical. It is supposed to feel friction filled.
Critical.
And critical's okay. Like what do we learn from it? What do we gain from it? So I often say when this is kind of a hurdle time, there's a hurdle to overcome some way, somehow. And I have heard it related to a midlife crisis time. We all have this time in our life where we have to say, who am I really?
Right.
How can I live the rest of my life, being me and being authentic. Right. So, and no better time. Look how much time the moon has come in this phase to be like, oh, okay, you have so much information.
Right. And so we're moving towards a time of release. So this is figuring out what we're going to release. Right. So that in the next phase, we can really let those things go.
Absolutely.
And that next phase is the waning crescent moon, and we'll have that in the next video for you.